Ladies and gentlemen, is it just me or does it seem like life is kind of coming full circle this week? We had the Epstein files dropping slowly. They're trickling down, relax. You know how Republicans, those Reagan-loving dick suckers, love to do it. The Epstein files are dropping. Jake Paul got dropped in a PPV boxing match for the first time in his career, and this will probably end his boxing career too. And it's a winter solstice, meaning I don't know, a lot of feelings come up for a lot of people, including me. This is the Short News Podcast. Happy holidays. My name is Alex Mador, and here's the show.
America is a nation that can be defined in a single word.
What year has
And welcome back. It's me. Who else would it be? Other Alex? No, we don't want that. It's not what you guys came here looking for. We've come too far for that, to give up who we are. So let's raise the bar and our cups to the stars, folks. Yeah, I just did a song from 2014, 2013. It's fine. We're okay. I'm on my way home from work again. I'm getting over those post-euthanasia jitters. Is that dark? I'm sorry. Would you think you were coming to the Jenna Marbles show? By the way, her dog just died. How do I know I euthanized? No, I'm kidding. That would be a crossover, but her dog did just die like a couple of days ago, so R.I.P. to Jenna Marbles' dog. F's in the chat, and back to current event. Oh, God. So it's been an eventful week for America. The Trump administration had until Friday, this past Friday, to finally release the Epstein files. And it has been a very slow, very frustrating process because what they have released has been a sort of trickle-truth, if you will, where they'll only release a couple of things at a time. If you go to the Department of Justice website, you can get them in pieces, like they're doing an episodic release, like it's Netflix, but even Netflix will let you binge it all at one time. And there's a waiting list, too, so it's like NBA Top Shot, but you're just looking at the most disturbing individuals doing the most disturbing, depraved things, and the DOJ is like, sorry, we can't pay for more server space. We're going to make you wait 30 minutes. You're like 30th in line, so just wait your turn. Like it's a fucking attraction at Walt Disney. I'm sorry, but this is the Jeffrey Epstein files we're talking about, not the newest NBA Top Shot rookie pack. There shouldn't be a waiting list. You're the U.S. government. Where are you putting all the tax money that you pay from us? It's clearly not going towards more server space or better websites. For things like the DOJ or even the fucking DMV, that shit still looks worse than the Heaven's Gate website. Sorry, you gotta wait. They're hoping that you give up. They're adding an extra barrier to entry and claiming dumb and saying, oh, it's just so many people visiting all at once. You're the government, dude. You should be equipped for this. What the fuck is happening here? And there's nothing you can do about it because it's just like reasonable doubt, you know what I mean? Is that the right word? I don't fucking know. But God forbid somebody like me is crazy enough to say, no, they're doing this intentionally to hope that you will give up on trying to view the actual Epstein files. It's an extra hurdle that they've put there. Wait time. When do you ever have wait time for any other website, for downloading any other documents, for looking at any other PDF documents? I'll answer that. You don't. That doesn't happen. It's theatrical bullshit. It is an extra step in hopes that will deter the least patient people from viewing what Donald Trump may or may not have done, and now we know has done. They didn't do a very good job at censoring that shit. Yeah, most of the files that they released are black barred out. There's whole pages that are just, you can see like the white sheet of paper, but it's all just covered in black bars, like they're censoring whole entire documents. What is even the point of releasing that shit then? What happened to transparency? Well, that's right. We don't have that. We haven't had that for decades. When was the last time that Americans were able to trust their own government? Ever? I don't know. Like, did that ever happen? Were we ever in a position where we could do that? Not in my lifetime. Definitely not post 9/11, that's for sure. It's really not right. Where, the government is supposed to be looking out for the people instead of constantly committing criminal acts of self-preservation to cover up other criminal acts. The priorities are all out of whack. And Trump knew. I'm sorry for talking about Trump again and again and again. I'm sure there's people that are sick of that. It's like 2020 all over again, but hey, whatever. You came to this show. You're still listening. You're either here because you like the political takes or because you miss me. It's one or the other. But Donald Trump, sorry, I need a second. Donald Trump, folks. What was I even going to say? God damn, why do I have to do this every time? Donald Trump, right, has been doing anything he can to try to distract people from the Epstein files or to try to buy people's love, like a divorced dad on the second Christmas getting all the shit that mom said not to get. Just to buy some love. Even though he's the one with the mistresses, he's the one who fucked around while he was married to mom. But hey, PlayStation 5. That didn't happen in my family. What are you talking about? I'm not pulling from actual experience. My brother is somewhere listening to this like, you fucking asshole. Stop airing out our shit. I'm not doing that. What are you talking about? But really, like, how far is this going? How far is Trump taking it? How far do you want to know that he's taking it? Anyways, anywho, any fuck. He rescheduled and reclassified cannabis. A Republican president reclassified cannabis to a Schedule 3. So it's now not really like a criminal thing at the federal level. You can't get locked up for it. That is more than any Democratic president or Democratic politician at the federal level has ever fucking done historically for and like to stop cannabis prohibition. That is the biggest step anybody has ever taken in the right direction for cannabis reform. And the fact that it has come from Donald Trump, the Republican president, in a Hail Mary to distract people from his name being on Epstein's little black book 5 bajillion times is so perverted in itself. People are saying that they want to quit weed now. Maybe that was what he wanted to do. He's like, let's get it out of here. Get everyone back to drinking. Believe me, it won't work. Cannabis is great. I think what Americans who use cannabis and are in the know are now worried about with the industry, and now with the industry being able to have an easier time being an industry, is that once big corporations and big pharma gets their hands into this, which they will, it's inevitable, we're going to have a lot more synthetic weed, a lot more shitty quality products. And it's not going to be the same as the weed that we all like to smoke now. It's going to be Monsanto weed, which is bad for you. Somehow they're going to take the weed, which is not bad for you now. It's just not great for you. And it has medicinal benefits. They're going to take it and now make it bad for you. It's going to be processed. It's going to have all kinds of preservatives in it. It's going to have all kinds of shit to kill bugs and shit that kills other living things. And now you're consuming it. What the fuck do you think is going to happen to you now? It may not be as immediate as it is for the bugs, but you smoke enough of that shit laced with enough of that bug killing chemical shit, enough DEET or whatever they use. It's over for you, man. And it's going to be a slow and painful death too. That's what's so shitty about this. And we don't have regulations put into place that would make it so the smaller businesses that actually care about the craft can have a leg up. And now the big corporations and big pharma, like I mentioned, can come in and steamroll the small businesses who are their competition. And then it's not even a competition anymore. Capitalism always wins in America. That's what I've learned. And if you're not on the top, like the tippy top, the one doing the fucking, then you're always the one getting fucked at one angle, in one position or another, and in one hole or the other or both. That goes for most industries. Look at all of the industry. Look at farming. Look at agriculture in general. Small farms have such a tough time being able to survive anymore, especially if their crop involves corn. Because Monsanto will come in and they will hostile take over that shit. They'll buy you out of your farm. You won't have a choice. They will poison your crops, or they will taint your crops, or they will put their crops into your crops so that they can go, hey, this is actually our crops. We're taking all of this. Get fucked. We can do that because we own all of the other crops. So you can't own crops either. Go be a consumer. Get off my farm. And that's what they're going to do to cannabis. It may not be Monsanto. It might be a bigger firm like Kronos or something. Like an Israel-backed firm like Kronos. Don't get me started on Israel. Because once you get me started, it's going to be very hard to stop. All I'll say is I don't want war crime, child-killing weed. Weed is about peace. Okay? It's not about raping and pillaging. Keep the rapists and the pillagers out of my weed industry. That's all I'll say on that. Believe me. What else is going on? Speaking of pillaging, Donald Trump has been actively crashing out. I'm sure we're all sick of looking at his tweets, but did I talk about how Rob Reiner died horribly last week? Like, was it late last week? Actor and director Rob Reiner. A lot of you may know as the guy who played Jordan Belfort's dad in The Wolf of Wall Street, but he's been in a lot of things. I'm just a young old guy. I haven't seen a lot of movies, but he was murdered by his son, which is disturbing in all of the ways. And instead of saying the normal human thing, which is like, rest in peace, Rob Reiner, I know we didn't agree on a lot of things, but justice for you and prayers to your family. Instead of something normal like that, our current president of the United States got on Truth Social and said something along the lines of, Rob Reiner, who suffered from, no, what did he say? Rob Reiner died from Trump derangement syndrome, and started going in on how he was a big hater of his and how it was so sad and pathetic. And it's like, my man, take a step outside, breathe in some fresh air, some fresh fucking air. Think about what you're about to post before you post it. This isn't about you. A man was murdered by his son. Tragically, horribly, disgustingly. It's not about you. Not everything is about you. Okay, you're the president. You're America's main character. I get it. You've successfully made yourself the main character in a lot of people's fucking stories against their will. But when it comes to a family tragedy, at the celebrity scale now, or at any scale, at the local scale, it does not fucking apply to you, and it does not involve you. And it was not because of you. This is psychotic. It is psych ward behavior. It is grippy socks type shit. It is a grippy socks type beat. That is what Donald Trump is doing. He is dropping a grippy socks type beat on the mic, but now like every night. It seems like the man has lost his mind. And I know there's some Democrats out there that are going to be saying, well, Alex, funny you're saying that now and not months ago or years ago or whatever. I was saying that months ago and years ago. I just got kind of sick of talking about it, but now the guy's president again, and I'm sick of him talking about things. So I guess one being sick of outweighs the other being sick of, and here we fucking are. And there's like people online that I know, like placing bets and pools about if they think he's going to pass because he's starting to show signs of dementia. Again, someone's going to say, starting to, Alex? Starting to show signs? Shut the fuck up. Okay, let me talk. And I don't think we should be doing that because, first of all, you're going to jinx it. Stop it. Secondly, you're on a list now. If you don't think that he's putting his critics, his biggest critics, on a list and saving it for later, when he has some sort of plan in place to lock you up in a camp, dude, then you fucking lost the plot. Then you should be in grippy socks. Be the fuck careful what you say. But Alex, look at all the shit you're saying. I don't give a fuck what happens to me. That's the difference between you and me. This shit needs to be said. And I don't see a lot of other people saying it this way. I've gotten my warnings before. I know I'm under a fucking radar. I've been reached out to. I've been threatened before because of this podcast. I don't give a fuck. Because America is a country that was founded with these things called amendments. And as the right-wingers that hate me like to say, one of those amendments is freedom of speech. I can say whatever the fuck I want. I can criticize whoever the fuck I want. And you can criticize whoever the fuck you want too. So don't let fuckheads like our 47th president of the United States intimidate you with his goons, his federal level goons, into thinking you're not allowed to talk anymore. That is a lie, that is an illusion, and it is an empty threat. There is not much he can do unless Israel gets involved. Be very careful there. Listen, say what you want about the president, just be very careful what you say about Israel. Because that's a different story. Them I'm scared of. And I just want to say I am not suicidal. That's how scared I am. Fuck. Anyways, Donald Trump sucks ass. We've talked about that enough, right? I think we've covered enough of what the president has been up to. I think that a normal person talking about a celebrity that they feuded with, you're not going to punch down because they're dead. They're already pretty down. They're 6 feet under. How much more down can you get? The man is taking a shovel, digging the guy up and punching him even further into the ground, like defiling the dead. It's gross. He's done this before. Although the man did show more respect to Ruth Bader Ginsburg. I think that's funny. But that was a less unhinged Trump. Can you believe it? We had that. He was a different guy. I hate to say it. He was still unhinged, but what we're getting right now, it's like Darth Vader. It's the revenge tour. This is the mask-off Stalin version of the guy, of that guy. That guy has returned for that thing, and that thing is not great, critics are saying. I'm very worried about the next few years. I won't lie. Because it's taking a fucking while. It hasn't even been a full year yet. We're almost there. And then we have 3 more of those. Will America survive 3 years under Donald Trump's administration when year 1 of term 2 has been so fucking maddening for everybody, whether you're on his side or not? People on his side are having a harder time sticking up for him. People on his side are turning against his side. Whether it be they find out he sucked off Bill Clinton, whether it be the Epstein stuff, because some people still have a moral backbone, or whether it be him not living up to any of his promises that he made to his support base. These things are coming full circle. They're coming back around because what goes around does indeed come around, as we are learning, as Jake Paul learned 2 nights ago in a pay-per-view Netflix boxing match against some fucking hero. I don't remember this man's name. I am in the car because I do all of these in the car off the dome. That's why I'm scattershot and all over the place. But Jake Paul finally lost a fight. When I heard Jake Paul had a fight, I was like, oh, it's going to be staged. I don't even want to watch them anymore. I watched the first 50 of his fights. I paid for some of those. And they were dumb. It was like Make-A-Wish. Just, oh yeah, Jakey's going out. Make sure you let him win, guys. Not this time. The dude on the wind-up right before he knocked out Jake Paul, the smile on his face, it was like that one Pepe the Frog meme where Pepe is, winding up to punch with a smile on his face. Like he knew that was fucking curtains for Jake. And Jake knew that was fucking curtains for him too. Because if you freeze that and you look at the fucking freeze frame right before he gets punched, I've never seen that much fear in Jake Paul's face in my entire life. That man is the embodiment of fake machismo and bravado. And in that moment, it looked like he pissed himself. Shitting himself would be too macho. He took a little tinkle in his trunks. It's so funny. I want that framed and in my room. I think I might go to like a CVS or a stationery or a photo shop. Do they still have like photo stores or photo developing studios? Because I'm going to bring in the photo and I'll be like, I want this blown up. I want it framed. What is your best mahogany frame? We're putting this up in my apartment. It's going to be huge. Huge. It's going to be huge. Believe me. I'm not even doing the voice. It's going to be fucking huge. It's going to take up the whole wall in my apartment. My cat's going to be confused as hell. But why are we, is this a effigy? Is this a tribute? Is a memorial? What's going on here? Something like that. The man did get killed that day. That's for sure. I don't know. I think it's very funny how it took forever, but somebody finally dethroned Jake Paul. It really does show you that nothing lasts forever, especially things that are phony, and that what goes around does come around. If there's anything that you take home from this episode today, it's that you might feel like you're so wrong about something, only for it to be very, very much validated 2 years later. And you don't know. You just don't know. But then when that thing does come around, it feels pretty good, doesn't it? Especially when it involves Jake Paul getting his shit rocked by somebody who's much better than him. And it's nice too. Like that happened right before the winter solstice. I don't know. Like, listen, I'm a very spiritual person, but I don't know what like the significance of the winter solstice is because I'm not very in tune with like the moon and the stars. Like some people are, folks, believe me. But what I do know is that it's the shortest day of the year, and that's pretty cool. So in a moment, I'm gonna head out so I can edit this and spend the rest of the shortest day of the year with my cat, who I love very much. And I love you guys, of course. I appreciate y'all. And I'll get in another one of these either on Christmas or after Christmas, but definitely, hopefully, probably, most likely before the new year. So until next time,